woken up by my bladder, just like almost every morning. I looked outside. It was raining hard as fuck. I didn't really think much of it though, to be honest. So then I got up because I had to use the bathroom. I wasn't really ready to be up, but I was like, I guess I'll go back to sleep or something. Then I overheard Sydney and Steven talking. And Steven asked Sydney, hey, do you think Micah's YouTube channel is ever gonna blow up? And then I may or may not have eavesdropped. Alright, listen. I wasn't eavesdropping. I was just listening, and they may or may not have known. Sydney, like the absolute trooper that she is, said, of course, yes, let's go Sydney PogChamp. I just woke up. Anyways, and then Steven was like, I don't think it's gonna blow up, but it's it's gonna be like a slow and steady growth. So I was almost about to come up like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's PogChamp too. And then I was like, all right. They kept talking. They started talking about trends, algorithm. Like they started talking about TikTok, and I was like, okay, I'm uninvested in this. But then I was like, oh shit, I don't want them to know I was eavesdropping. So then I tried to sneak into the basement because me and Steven's room, like when you leave it, there's a stair upstairs and there's a stairs to go into the basement. So I was like, fuck, I'll just go in the basement and use the bathroom. Failed miserably, but funnily ended up scaring both of them. It's gonna be a theme for this video. Anyways, so then I don't think they realized I was eavesdropping to this day. They both watch my channel. Hey, if y'all see this, you do the same. Shut the fuck up. So yeah, then I went up and hugged them, and they like yelled at me. And then I used the bathroom, went back downstairs, and went to sleep. It was just a normal day, I thought. Then I woke up for the second time. This time I was hearing like loud ass knocks at the fucking window. And I got up and I turned around because I was like, hey, who's throwing rocks at my window? You feel me? And then I was like, oh shit, that's not rocks, that's rain. It's raining that fucking hard that it sounds like there's rocks at my window. So I didn't think much of it again. Right? And I'm just like, okay, I might as well just wake up. It's like 11 right now. Might as well wake up and do something. Steven came in and he was gassed and he's like, hey, yo, you trying to stream Crazy Craft later? I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. And then he's like, hey, yo, you trying to film the podcast? So I'm in a podcast mood. I'm like, hey, let's go. You feel me? And then, so I finally get up and it was a good ass day, man. So far, nigga made cereal. We started filming the podcast. That shit was like S tier. Probably would have been my favorite podcast episode because I had Sydney and Steven, just a cousin cast basically. We were all participating. You remember last time Sydney was in a fucking podcast? She said like 4 things.
Come on now. I don't think you're
Nah, bro, we always killing it, and the conversation was just flowing. And then out of nowhere, shit gets dark. I immediately noticed it because my fucking PC, it's fucking center of the attention of the room. All these fucking lights and you can't turn them off, which I don't mind, but I kinda do. There'd be some nights when a nigga got like a migraine or some shit, and I don't want to see all those colors. But it is what it is, right? And then we're like, oh shit, the power went out. And then Sydney, big brain, she was like, oh shit, we should unplug everything so when it comes back on, we don't like fucking blow a fuse or some shit. So we start running around the house, unplugging every fucking thing. Unplugging PC, TV, AC, Z-bake oven, I don't know. And then after that, I may or may not have started to a little bit freak out. Alright. This, if you found my dead body,
If your dead body is dead, then who's
found
gonna
it,
find
if
your
you found
phone?
it, shut the fuck up. If you found this on my dead body, my channel's I Love You Baby MC. Hey yo, nigga, we finna die. It's over. Alright. Okay. Listen, nigga. Trees were falling. I was scared, alright? And then Steven started to lose his mind. He's going mad. He's actually going mad. Hey yo. Please, I got kids. So I think it's a reasonable, for my assessment. I didn't overreact. Okay. Moment of silence. For anyone in the comments don't say I overreacted. Poor person ended up losing their life doing this whole thing. I don't know him. I don't even know his name, or if it's even a him or a her. But they were in their car, and fucking tree fell over on them. So. Alright, yeah, now with that out of the way, so yeah, I've started contacting the outside world. Called my aunt. I told her I love her. I was scared.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Updated her on the situation, on everything that was basically going on, power being out. I was being very rational and responsible. And then she just told us to just wait till she gets home. Then we contacted my older cousin, told her the same thing. Also told her I loved her. Bro, I thought it was it, man. I really thought this was how the amazing legacy of I Love You Baby ends. Yeah. Said the same thing. She said I was overreacting, and then yeah. So then we were just chilling. And then I think it was either Steven or Sydney, don't think it was me, had the bright idea that, oh shit, the power's out. We have fucking, like, ice cream and, like, ices and shit. They're gonna melt, so might as well, boys. So then we chowed down. When we say chowed down, enjoyed some fucking popsicles. And then eventually my aunt finally pulled up, and then she asked me and Steven to go outside and help remove the fucking leaves. And I think there was a big ass branch in our driveway. So we did that. We couldn't even hear each other when we were outside. Like, the wind was so fucking powerful that we couldn't even really hear each other. So, and then after that, we ended up helping one of our neighbors, because she had a bunch of fucking leaves in her driveway. Everyone had a bunch of, like, leaves and debris in their driveways. So, after long days at work, luckily for us, we ended up getting pizza since the power was out and we couldn't cook anything, because stove and microwave. Couldn't even have any warm food, really. And we didn't want to open the fridge because we wanted to keep as much of, like, the coolness that it had. And yeah. Then after that, we ended up coming down to the basement. And then since we didn't have power, we said, hey, let's play outside, right? So all of us were outside, just chilling. Sydney wasn't really doing anything. Me and Steven were hooping. I may or may not have got washed, but you know, it is what it is, right? We had a good game. It was a close score. Can't remember the score. I didn't win. I could tell you that much. Then after that, we came inside and chilled for a little bit and decided to go back outside since there was nothing to do. And we just started playing a bunch of, like, custom homemade games. I don't even know if we even named them anyways, but eventually we ended up playing. It's kind of like dodgeball with a twist. We don't really have a name for it, but think of Marco Polo, right? But you're not in a pool, and instead of tagging the person, you throw a fucking basketball at them. The basketball was flat, right? So it didn't really hurt or anything like that. And the only time you can open your eyes would be to get the ball, because I don't think that's fucking you would never be able to win, right? We were playing that, and sometimes when I play some of these games, I get a little bit too into it, right? Like, when I play infection tag, right, I legitimately get fucking terrified, especially from like the last nigga, bro, and everyone's just gunning for me, bro. That shit's terrifying, right? So we were playing it for a while, and then eventually, I think it was Steven, ended up throwing the ball at me, and I was like in a bad fucking position, bro. Like I basically was gonna get hit. He basically had me right where he wanted me, and I could have ducked, but it probably would have still hit me. So by instinct, I didn't even mean to do this stupid shit. I ended up jumping. I dodged the ball though. You know, give me credit where it's due. I ended up dodging it and falling into like the garden, and ended up fucking my leg up, bro. And like everyone started dying, bro. Even I was laughing because that shit was funny. I kind of eased the fall a little bit, but it's so fucking stupid. And then, surprisingly, we didn't immediately go inside. I first checked to see if anything was bleeding. I was like, oh, thank God, it's just sweat. But then I eventually seen this big ass bump on my right leg, which is pretty much gone now, but there's like a little bit of pain there now. This is like, what, 2 weeks after this whole story? And I'm finally fucking releasing the video on it. I talked about it on stream. And I wasn't originally gonna clip that and just make that into a video, but I really wanted to get into solo commentaries, and I need fucking practice on it anyway, so here we are in this shit. And then after that, we eventually kept playing, and then I was like, okay, I can't do this shit anymore. This is actually a lot worse than I was hoping. Well, no, it could have been a lot worse. I could have sprained something, right? And it's just like I bruised it and had a bump. We came inside, I went to the freezer. Luckily, we have an ice pack, and it was still, like, hard.
That's what she said.
I was scared it wouldn't be, because both the freezer and the fridge still had, like, a little bit of coolness, but it was, like, slowly fading as the days went on. And then we kept chilling in the basement, exhausted and tired. It was a good exercise, though, so that's what's up. And then eventually, Steven ended up falling asleep on the floor. And me and Cindy went upstairs. She had another slice of pizza. I didn't, because I already had my limit. Everybody gets like 2 slices. I was hungry as shit, so I already had my 2 slices. I think I ate cereal. Chilling. I picked up my Switch, started playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. She was playing some fashion game on her iPad. I don't know what the game's called, don't ask me. You probably know of it if you're a female watching this, because apparently I have like negative 2% female audience. I don't know. But it's some game where you have to, like, there's like scenarios, and you have to help the person dress up for the event or whatever. And then they rate you if you did a good job or not, and they give you like tips on what you should or shouldn't. I don't fucking know. It's a cool game though, I guess. My biggest problem with it would be, it's a mobile game, so the fucking microtransactions are insane. Like, it's one of those games where you have to wait to play the fucking game, unless you want to pay money. Okay, I'm going way too long into this brand. I don't even know the name of the game. We were playing that for a while, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm just looking at the clock. I think, well, any minute now the power's going to come back on, because I've had power outages before in my life. Been on the planet for 18 years, if you didn't know. My birthday passed not too long ago. Leave a late happy birthday in the chat. I did a stream, I think. I never did a video. But yeah, so I've been through a few of these, and I've never had one last more than, like, I don't know, 5 hours maybe? No, that's not true. I did have one back in Atlanta, which if you guys want, I can tell you this one too. Leave a comment or something, because this one's actually kind of interesting, because it went on for like pretty much the whole day. But like, I think like 12 or 11 the power came back on. So I never had one, last too long. So I'm sitting there like, okay, it's 7. Maybe at 8 it'll turn on. Just sitting there. We're talking, I'm playing my game, having a blast actually. I need to beat that game. That game's fun as fuck. But man, I'm having a blast. We're talking, and it just keeps getting darker and darker. Darker. Like, it got to the point where the fucking only thing providing light was my Switch and the street lights outside. Or street lamps, according to Hypixel Simon. And I was like, holy shit, the power is still not on, you know what I mean? Also, this is gonna be another fucking video, because I'm really passionate about this shit. I noticed a a weird ass smell while I was on that couch with Sydney. It kind of smelled like a fucking dog, but possibly worse. Cause you know how dogs have like a smell, you know, smell like a fucking dog. It kind of smelled like that, and at first she didn't smell it, and then I don't know. Like after like 30-ish minutes, she started smelling it. Cause apparently I have a really good fucking sense of smell. I did not know this before I moved down here, but I keep smelling things and that no one else does, or certain things that have like an odor seem to bug me more than everybody else. So I don't know. I guess ducks have good sense of smell. So that's gonna be for another video though. I'm really passionate about that fucking topic, right? Some people watching this already know what I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna get into it because if I get into it, it's gonna be way too. The video's already. Let me think. It's already like this so far is like 9 minutes. The last because this is a whole nother day I'm filming this, so a lot of shit happened. And I was lazy, but yeah. And the other one was like 6 minutes. I don't know. I'm fucking talking too much. So yeah, that's another video for another day. So it started getting really fucking dark, and then our savior comes to the rescue. My uncle pulls up, and he has like 6-ish flashlights with him, and he has these 2 ones that stand out. And it actually was more than 2, it was maybe like 4, but we only end up using 2 because I think the other 2 didn't work. It was these like big ass flashlights, bro. They kind of look like a Spike from Valorant. I think that's the best thing I could think of, and like these shits are massive, bro, and they ended up lighting up like the whole fucking room, whole living. I don't know, what time is it, Sydney? It's 10:07. Still don't got no power in the crib. You know, it's a zombie apocalypse. It would've been so funny if I did this and it worked. Last time I started filming this I was at Granny's house. It's actually better. Because it's softer and easier to go in your mouth. Alright, I'm ending on that note. He came in, he turned that shit on, and we were vibing. Fuck him, though. I appreciate the lights, but fuck him. I'm gonna get into this, just because fuck. Okay, he came in, right? I'm chilling on the couch, me and Sydney, right? And I'm on my Switch, and then I was like, hey, yo, what's up, Unk? I don't want to say any names. This nigga goes, he said some real corny ass joke. Didn't even say hey to me. Nigga goes, oh, I see the computer finally could get a break, which I know it seems lighthearted, right? But he's, maybe if somebody else said this to me, I might have chuckled or something. But he's like, pretty much anytime he visits, and I'm on my PC, he says something about it, tells me that I'm wasting my life for some boomer shit. I don't know. So I just ignored him after that. He kept talking to me. I don't know what the fuck he was on about, honestly. He was talking to me saying, blah, 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 you gotta do other things, blah, 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 which is so dumb, because first of all, nigga, I do other shit. I mean, no fucking shit. He doesn't even live with me. I don't know what he means, because when I'm not on my PC, I'm either A, on my phone, B, doing chores, or C, possibly working out, because I do that, you know? Gotta get my little twigs into shape. Anyways, so I ignored him, and he kept making, first of all, big up Sydney, bro. I'm so glad she didn't laugh at that corny joke, and she didn't give him any more attention, and he eventually went away, and it was funny, because we usually never do him like that. His jokes are never really funny, but you give him you give them a chuckle so it isn't, like, awkward, you know what I mean? But no, we just fuck him after that. And I know I wasn't tripping, because actually, let me not get too far. He ended up making another bad joke, which pissed everybody off. He went into the kitchen, he took a flashlight, and he turned that shit on, and it looked like the kitchen light, and he was like, oh my gosh, the kitchen light's back on. So nigga, I got up, everybody got up, and we're like, oh shit, for real? Like, a nigga, I got so happy, I was like, oh my gosh, finally, this shit can be over, you know what I mean? No, it was just the light, but yeah, he ended up leaving, whatever, and I know I'm not tripping, because, we ended up going into my aunt's room for some reason. Nigga, when there's no power, you just migrate. Just migrate around the fucking house, bro. So we was in there chilling, and she was like, hey, yo, that shit he was doing wasn't cool. And I was like, oh my god, yo, thank you. she was more pissed than I was, and she was like, you know, that shit wasn't funny. It was corny, and I don't know what he was on about because I don't either. I don't know. I think he was trying to tell me to get a job. No, he wasn't. He was saying I need to do more productive things to make money or some shit like that. First of all, nigga, it's COVID time. I'm not. If I'm risking my life for money, bro, it has to be like life-changing money, bro. I'm saying like after I fucking risk my life, bro. And niggas, I don't even gotta finish high school type shit. There's just no point. I don't need money at the moment. If I was to get money, all I would, what the fuck? Oh shit. Hope I didn't pick up on the recording. I got a notification. Anyways, if I was to get a job, I would literally just upgrade my fucking setup. That's all I would do with it, bro. I don't need money, bro. I got a fuck ton of clothes. Might get a one new pair of shoes, I don't know, or some shit. But nigga, I'm chilling right now. If I need anything, I can ask ask for it for Christmas. I can get shoes for, you know what I'm saying? I have a fuck ton of clothes, and I don't even have. I'm living out of a fucking bin right now because I'm bunking with fucking Steven, so I don't even have like a drawer or a closet. I'm living out of a bin, my nigga. I don't need any more clothes. There's really nothing I would do with the money. Oh, food. I would get a lot of pizza with that money. Oh, I love Originals so much, man. Oh my gosh, I wish Originals was a bigger company, dude. It's like a local place, but it's so good. If you ever are in New York and you're, you know, I think it's in Brooklyn and possibly in Queens. If you're in an area that has an Original, do yourself a favor and get a pie. Anyways, I'm losing track. Dude, I'm built for this shit, bro. I didn't realize I was built for this shit. I keep going on random tangents, bro. I really should probably start scripting these, but I cannot be asked. Because the writing's boring. Anyways, okay. Let me stay on track. So after that, she eventually fell asleep, which fucking sucked. It was like 12, I think, and I'm here by myself in the house because my aunt was outside talking with the other neighbors because ain't shit to do. No one had power, right? So I was by myself, and I was like, fuck, I need to do something. And I didn't want to use my Switch yet because at this point, I think I was like 20-ish%. And that was my only way of telling time because my phone ended up dying, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, my phone ended up dying and I had no other way to tell time. So I was like, I don't want to, I would lose my sanity if I didn't have a way to tell time. So I ended up just taking a shower. My phone wasn't dead yet. I think it was at like 7 or 5% or some shit. And I was setting up my shower. It was a cold shower. I had to bathe the fucking flashlight, bro. It wasn't that bad though, because the flashlight kind of lit up the room when you point that shit towards the ceiling. It wasn't a very powerful one like the ones downstairs, but you know, it is what it is, right? I was gonna play some music because I don't want a silent, fucking cold shower, basically in the dark. And right as I hit shuffle on my playlist, unpog. So I ended up taking probably one of the saddest showers of my life, bro. It was cold. I couldn't stand most of the time, so my leg. So I was just there, kind of in the fetal position, thinking about shit, thinking about all of my relationships in my life. Where did they? I don't know. Then I got out the shower. Good news though, it was hot as shit in the house because we didn't have power. It means no air conditioning, and it's summer in New York, which if you've never been down here, it's kind of weird in the sense that it gets extremely cold as shit in the winter, right? Blizzards and shit, right? But somehow in the summer, it's like the hottest place on the planet. I don't know. And I used to live in fucking Atlanta, but it feels hotter down here. I don't know. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. But yeah, so good news, I was cool now. And then I went down to my room and I just started playing Zelda because I couldn't sleep. And I didn't want to just lie down in the dark, so I was playing Zelda. And I got actually really immersed into the fucking game. I was having a blast. I was doing shrines, man. I didn't do any main story shit because where I'm at in the story is I have to beat a shrine and then, not a shrine, I need to beat a fucking, what's that shit called, a divine beast? Hopefully I'm not spoiling this shit for anybody. This game's been out for way too long, dude. Come on. Yeah, so I'm not even saying anything about the server yet. Anyways, yeah, I was playing this shit, having fun, and I see the dreaded low console battery shit, and that shit pissed me off. I was like, but I was so immersed that the nigga forgot I didn't have power, so I started reaching for my extension cord, and I was like, wait, why is it not down here? And then I got up to like turn on the light, and I was like, oh shit, OD, I don't have fucking power. So when I cut my losses, it was like 1 or 2 at this point. It was like 2 a.m. almost. And I was like, well, I'm kind of tired. I might as well just sleep. By the time I wake up, we're going to have power. Oh, how wrong.
Day 2.
So here we are now. Day 2. I wake up like at 4-ish to take a piss. And then Steven's below me. He's like, hey, yo, you up? And I'm like, yeah, I'm up. And he's like, oh, thank God, nigga. I've been up for like since 1. And I've been too fucking scared to leave this room. And I was like, oh shit, OD. So then we both get up and make our way upstairs, kind of. And then we ended up intersecting with Sydney. And we ended up scaring the shit out of her. Not intentionally, don't call us dickheads or we played some. We were just walking. And I scared the shit. We both scared the shit out of her. And then we ended up turning on the flashlights. And then I took a piss, brushed my teeth, and we just all started eating breakfast. I had cereal. I think both of them had croissants. I can't remember. And then while we're sitting there, in disbelief that we still don't have fucking power, Steven, I think it was Steven, it got the bright idea, oh shit, your mom, I think she still has power. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, he heard like that she still has power. So then we're like, oh shit, call her. I think we called her off the Sydney's phone because at this point, all of our shits are like basically dead. I think my aunt ended up getting one of those portable chargers, and I think she charged her laptop at work, and everyone kind of got some juice off of that. I didn't bother because I was trying to be a team player, right? And I was like, you guys need this shit more. My fucking phone is literally useless because it doesn't have data, or it randomly gets data. I don't know from where. Ever since I got this phone, it randomly does that. It's weird. I'm getting rid of this shit soon, though. I'm not getting rid of it. This won't be my main phone. I'm still going to keep it for videos and shit because I have everything I need on here. And it would be nice to have, like, a phone for social shit alone. And I've always wanted this. And a phone just to, use. Anyways, yeah, so we ended up calling my mom. She does have power indeed. I think they didn't have Wi-Fi or some shit. We didn't give a fuck. We have nothing. So then we're like trying to come over, and then she's like, oh, your brothers are asleep. There's nobody for you to hang with. I'm sitting there like, bitch, I don't care. I only like one of them. Fuck the other one. So we just want to like charge up our shit, man. And then she was like, nah, you guys are fiending, chill out. And I'm like, that's really easy to say with power, you know what I mean? Because I know if her shit went out and our shit was on, she would have been here in a heartbeat, dude, which I wouldn't mind. My fucking mom, but I'm just saying. So, she ended up saying that she was going to, and the reason we couldn't come over is because she was leaving, which is dumb. We're old enough to be there alone. I'm legally an adult now. Kinda. I mean, I don't think I can't drink or nothing, but if I do some stupid shit, I'm going to prison, innit? Anyways, so yeah, that shit pissed us off. And then she was like, she's going out to the park. She'll message us when she gets back. Which, Corona? Hello? Okay, fuck quarantine, I guess. So then she left. We were salty, and then, we're just waiting for her to message us back. We even got my older cousin who asked if she could drive us there. Even though we could walk, it's not that far. It's literally a few blocks down, but, a drive would be nice, right? So we had it all set up. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she never ever hit us back up. So we just chilled that whole day at home, talking to each other. We didn't go outside because of my leg. We did play dominoes, and I spend a lot of time on TikTok, not from my own shit, but Sydney was on TikTok, so I was just watching her, and we were just like both watching TikTok together. So thank you, TikTok, for helping me pass the time, because she had data So we were still able to watch on TikTok, and then one of our neighbors, the same neighbor that me and Steven fucking cleared up her driveway on day one, we ended up, her dog ended up coming over, so that was pretty cool. Cute ass little dog. Me and Steven, mission failed. We did try to cook it, but Sydney wouldn't let us, so yeah, that was fun. And that basically was day two. Went to sleep. Same thing. For sure, the power to be on when we wake up, right?
Day 3.
So it's day 3 now. Me and Steven ended up waking up. We ended up waking up at the end of day 2, kinda, and we stayed up all night of day 2. So it was technically day 3 because it was like AM, right? And we were just up all night on day 3, doing God knows what, to be honest. We talked about life. Point where I think my aunt woke up and Sydney woke up and they saw us. And we were very confused. We had a long night. And then we ended up chilling for a little bit more. I think we was asking her to get a generator or some shit. Also, actually, I skipped something that happened before that. We ended up calling the fucking company that's like in charge of the power or whatever. Them niggas had us on hold for 10 minutes and we just ended up giving up. And they kept giving us the same automated message of over 100,000 homes were affected by the power outage. Or no, I think they repaired over 100K or some shit. And which sounds really cool until we found out that in Queens, them niggas repaired 10K, and over here, they only repaired 4K, which kind of pisses off. Kind of glad they left us on hold, because we didn't have anything positive to say to them niggas. They would have probably kept our shit off. But we was salty because the other half of our block had power, and we didn't. I don't know. I think somebody pissed off the power man on this side, but you know. It is what it is, right? So then we ended up falling asleep. I went to bed because we was in there and sleep deprived. And then we ended up waking up in like the afternoon-ish. Still didn't have fucking power. This is day 3, I think, right? I might be mixing up the story a bit. I don't know. It was a while. It was like a week or 2 ago at this point. And then I think we ended up going back to sleep. And then once we woke up, though, I heard like a loud ass like coming from the garage, right? And I got up, I took a piss, and I was like, is that a generator? Nah, it's not a fucking generator. Then I woke up again. This nigga Steven was gassed. He was like, oh my God, yo, nigga, we got a generator, bro. And I was like, oh shit, are you serious? He's like, yeah, but you can't go on your computer. And I was like, bro, that's fine. I literally said that. I forgot this part of the story too. I said that shit during our little night adventure, I'll call it. I was like, bro, I would give anything for us to just get some power back, bro. I don't even care about using my computer yet. So, I don't know. It's crazy how that shit works. Then, we're there. So basically what happened, the rundown is we didn't have power all the way back, but we had Wi-Fi again, and we were able to charge all of our shit because of the generator, which I was fine with that. And then they also had the fridge on the generator to stop the food from going bad, right? As much as we could at this point. It's been 2 full days. So we were gassed. I was gassed. I had some cereal. Fucking course I did, right? I came down to the basement and I was just charging my Switch Lite and I was watching YouTube because Zelda's fun, but I've been playing that. That's all I could do. So I was watching Leafy. I think it was his content nuke he fucking dropped on Pokemon, which fuck her, by the way. I'm tempted to make a video on her, but I feel like it's just so late and outplayed that I just missed it. But you know, it is what it is. Like literally, if I was to do it now, it'd be like, dude, we're over that shit. And by the time I finish it, we definitely would be over that shit. So not now, maybe in the future. Maybe she'll fuck up again. I don't know. But yeah, so eventually my older cousin came down and she's like, is anyone else in the basement? And she seemed a little panicked. And I was like, no, it's just me down there. She's like, okay, go outside for like 10 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck? All right, I'm not questioning her. Put on my shoes and I went outside. I still was on my Switch. and I started playing Zelda just because the connection was really bad outside, and the video was buffering like crazy, and that shit, I would rather just, play Zelda. Good game. And then eventually I saw everybody that was home at the time come outside, and I was like, what's going on? And then she was like, the gas, from the generator. I forgot the technical term of it, but it's like, some people end their own lives by like going in the garage and turning on the car. That shit, right? And I was like, alright, so we just chilled outside, let the house air out or whatever for like 10 minutes. It was fun. Nah, it was fun for like a minute, and then like 3 minutes out of being outside, I got fucking purged by mosquitoes. I don't know why. Sydney's literally like 1 feet away from me, fuck 6 feet, bro. And they're just leaving her alone. They're just purging me, bro. I had so much mosquito bites, but we eventually came back inside. Thank goodness, I was getting fucking ravaged outside. And we just chilled, all of us, like a family, in the basement. And we were just chilling until eventually the printer turned on. And the printer's loud as fuck when it first starts up. So we all noticed it, and we all like froze for a second. Whatever we were talking about, we stopped. And we were like, no way. Is the fucking power back on, or is this the generator? But it's not plugged into the generator. We were like theorizing, like, did our aunt do some clutch shit? So then we started turning on all the lights, and it was like, oh my god, I think the power's actually on. So then we called our aunt and was like asking her, like telling her the situation, and she was like, I'm a call, but it looks like the power's back on, but don't overdo it, like you just get power back and fucking overuse it or whatever. Hence why we unplugged everything back on day one. Except for the printer, but who the fuck was it? Which I'm glad we didn't, What the fuck was thinking about the printer? We unplugged almost everything anyways. Just for that fact. It didn't need to be in everything anyway, so everyone was gassed, bro. We were fucking gassed. Steven lost his clothes. Nigga got booty butt naked, bro. It was a time to be alive, alright? Then we just waited for my aunt to get home. She got home with fucking Taco Bell, which, by the way, if you never had Taco Bell, that shit's delicious, alright? I never really knew this because back at home, before I moved on, I didn't really eat it that much. I had it like once or twice, and every time it was mad good, but I just didn't pay it any mind because it was like the same exact taco I would get. My mom would sometimes just buy a bunch of tacos, but that shit's really fucking good, dude. I ended up finding out because it's one of Steven's favorite like fast food places, and that shit's fucking good. Like holy shit, that shit's good. So yeah, we had that. Every time we get it, I usually just get whatever Steven gets. That's my pro tip. If you ever eat somewhere and you're with somebody that really enjoys the place and they have like a similar taste to you, it's not fucking like, they don't have like a weird ass taste, just get whatever they're getting instead of struggling to figure out what to eat, and it might be good and it might be bad. Just get whatever they're getting. So to this day, that's still what I do. But I do know a few items now because I've been on here for a while that I could order myself if I wanted to, but So yeah, we ended up getting Taco Bell. I still wasn't allowed to get on my PC, but nigga, I didn't give a fuck. Alright, it's been 2 full days at this point. It's still been like 3 days though, so I'm still naming this I Didn't Have power for 3 days, alright? But I didn't care. It's been a full 48 hours since I've changed without any power. I was gassed. We ended up watching the whole season of Assassination Classroom that night. The whole season. We were up pretty much like all the way to like 8 a.m. or something, which is crazy. Because I've also pulled another all-nighter while recording this. It's also 8 a.m. My sleep schedule is terrible. And then yeah, that concludes this epic tale of our triumph victory of not having power for 3 days. Yeah. Moral of the story, I guess the moral of the story for filming a podcast and it's raining hard as fuck outside, stop it at like 20-ish minutes because that podcast was so fucking good. I don't know. There is no moral. More of the story, what's this shit called? Con Ed? Fuck you. You suck and I don't like your company. I probably shouldn't have said that. I probably was gonna go up tomorrow or whenever this goes up. But yeah, that's it for this video. Appreciate everybody for sticking with the channel. Sorry for I haven't been posting recently. At the time of recording, this has been like 2 weeks since my last video. I'm gonna put something in perspective for you boys and girls. The reason is just lack of motivation, honestly. That's really it. There's no, well, there is excuses. No shit, there's a reason I've had lack of motivation. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It depends if you come to my live streams or not. I talk about this shit a lot, but I've never addressed this in a video. This summer, I had summer school, right? I usually don't. I think I might have had it once before. I can't remember. But I usually don't. But this was the hardest summer school I've ever seen or been through in my life. I bitch about UPC a lot on the podcast if you watch it, which you might not. I don't know. Because I know some people don't like it, which no shit. But it's hard to tell because it performs really well. So maybe all of you do watch it. But if you do, I go to shit school. It's hella overboard, and there's some schools no exception. So basically, I'll give you the rundown. It started towards the end of June, went all the way to July 31st, and that shit, I had 2 classes because I ended up failing 2 classes. And each class was 2 hours each, right? And we'd have to be there the whole time. We'd have to do work. It was basically just like being in class. It was actually harder than their version of online school when the quarantine first started. We had homework every day. You had to do that shit, or you would fail, basically. We ended up having quizzes at the end of each week. And we had a midterm, we had a final exam. It was like full on school, basically. But it's over. I finished it. I ended up passing both classes with an 80 something. I think in Spanish I got an 84, and in chemistry I got like an 86 or some shit. So with trying to deal with that shit, having to deal with basically every adult in my life basically telling me I fucking suck and wasn't doing enough, you know? So there's a reason for the lack of motivation. And right now, I finally have time to work on videos, but I just want to relax and chill. I also have a fuck ton of summer assignments, but luckily, good news, I've actually done all of them but one. I have one more assignment left. Which is good news, but at the same time, this last assignment is a 4-part fucking thing. And all of the assignments were rough. ELA was like a 4-page essay, and anyways, this shit's long enough. This shit's probably over 40 minutes. This recording is 37. I appreciate anybody that watched it all the way through. Let me know down below if you guys want more commentary videos. I'm not changing the channel or anything, still gonna be doing the gameplays, but I do want to start doing commentary videos because I've loved them for years now. And I never saw myself doing them until recently. I started like watching videos and shit, and I'm thinking, yo, I could like make a video out of this. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and peace.
Bitch trying to get wife, but my dick, she can't get up.